What the Friday? Hey, what the Friday? It's Friday. 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 Greetings, Royal Family. We made it to see another Friday. Yay! Happy Friday. Welcome back to another episode of the WTF Show. Thank you for clicking on the video. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on the video. If you're a returning Royal Family member, you already know how this thing goes, Royal Family. So, put together a couple of topics that piqued my interest this week, and I decided to share them with you. So make sure on your way in, you are hitting the like button. Make sure you are dropping comments throughout the video. I would love to interact with you and get your opinions. All right. No more time to waste. It's Friday. I want to get your weekend started. All right, Royal Family. First up, Saw. Remember that gruesome movie, Saw? Well, Chris Rock is rebooting the Saw franchise. I did talk about this months ago on one of the earlier episodes of the WTF show, and I'm bringing it back because we are closer to the release time. So the release date for the movie is May 15th, 2020. And the first trailer is out. The trailer is actually out. They have the poster for marketing purposes out. I did get a chance to see the trailer, and I have to say, I am excited about it. When I heard Chris Rock, I was like, Then Samuel L. Jackson is also going to be in the movie as well. Okay, I love Samuel L. Jackson. So the it's called Spiral, the Saw reboot. I guess I don't know if this is going to be a series that Chris Rock is going to do. He is also one of the executive producers on the project as well. So like I said, Spiral is the name of the movie. It dropped Wednesday, and it looks good, y'all. If you guys seen it, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the original Saw franchise. I've seen every movie. So again, this is starring Chris Rock. He's the executive producer of the movie. Samuel L. Jackson is going to be in it as well. It's a reboot of the 2004 horror film. It was a huge, huge franchise. So it's almost 2 minutes in length. It's a 2-minute long trailer. And basically, Chris Rock is a police officer. That's his character. And his name is Detective Banks. This should be interesting. And it pretty much shows that someone is hunting and brutally taking out cops. So I guess he is going to try to figure out who the killer is, you know. So at one point, Chris Rock's character is seen chained in a room holding a hacksaw. Now, this is very reminiscent of the first Saw movie. I don't remember the doctor's name. I know he made it out because he was in the very last movie at the end. He was the one to carry on Jigsaw's legacy. So he actually was chained in the room in the original Saw movie, and he had a saw, and he actually sawed off his leg. So you do see that in the trailer as well. I can't remember his name. So Spiral, again, will be in theaters May 15th, 2020. May 15th. That's 2 days before my birthday, Royal Family. Take note. All right, so I remember going to see every single Saw movie in the theaters, and I did enjoy it. So I'm excited. I hope they do it justice. It better be good. The artwork looks good. The marketing that they have set up looks good. The trailer looks good, but the trailer always looks good, and then you see the movie and you're like underwhelmed, right? I mean, I do like Chris Rock as a comedian, but as an actor, not so much. But he does have Samuel L. Jackson in the movie, so hopefully, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some comic relief mixed in with horror and gore. But I'll definitely be checking this out. So let me know if you've seen the trailer, if you saw any of the Saw movies, the original movies. What do you think? Do you think this is going to be good? Are you interested? Are you going to see it? I will be. And most likely, I'll be providing my feedback. May 15th, y'all, 2 days before my birthday. All right, moving along, okay? Let's get to the shenanigans, y'all. So there is a Christian activist who says that he wants to sue the NFL because of the halftime show. Yes, because of the halftime show. So he says that, this Christian activist says that many, especially those with children, felt that the performance was too risque for family viewing. A couple of other people shared this sentiment as well. After Shakira and J-Lo performed the halftime show performance, you know, there was a whole bunch of buzz around it. I did talk about it on the Morning Boogie Morning Show. And I was surprised to see that people were saying that this performance between these two women was so risque, you know. Whatever, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So a conservative Christian activist was offended by the show, so much so that he wants to sue the NFL for displaying content that could send him to hell, ladies and gentlemen. He calls himself a defender of the Christian faith. So, God. And he's also a former high school football coach who became an outspoken activist for conservative religious freedom when the ACLU sued him. He was sued for praying with his public high school football team. Now, you guys know there's a difference between Catholic, you know, private and public schools, and they are not allowed to pray in public schools. So this is exactly why he faced those disciplinary actions. So he also runs Pass the Salt Ministries. It's an organization dedicated to bringing righteous Christianity back into the United States. Bringing it back into the United States? So as part of his ministry, he hosts a podcast, he organizes events, and he speaks at high schools. So on the post-Super Bowl edition of Pass the Salt Ministry podcast, he pretty much ranted about the halftime show and how widely inappropriate it was, which means he watched the entire thing. He went on to say that watching the halftime show put him in danger of hellfire and was keeping him from getting into the kingdom of heaven. Do Jesus. This is hilarious. He was especially upset that there was no warning about the sexually explicit nature of the content. So he goes on to say, "You just brought it into my living room." So he was home watching the Super Bowl, y'all. "You didn't tell me there was gonna be crotch shots. That's discriminatory against the value I have in my house. You can't just do that." This man is serious. So he also stated that the halftime show was especially inappropriate for adolescent and pre-adolescent boys. He says, were there any warnings for your 12-year-old sons whose hormones are just starting to operate? Was there any warning? Oh my God, that these 12-year-old boys, these things that they saw might cause him to get sexually excited. So he suggested that concerned Christian citizens everywhere should get together to sue the NFL for forcing them. So he was home in his living room. He turned on the TV and he was forced to watch porn and ruining people's chances of getting into heaven. So he said that showing such sexually explicit content without warning was endangering the immortal souls of Christians everywhere. And he implied that the U.S. government is on the side of the sinful. So, you know, he wants to sue. If he was to put a number that he's asking for, he needed to come up with a number. So he said $867 trillion. Yo, this was so funny to me, guys. You know, people are really nuts. People are really nuts. And even in this society, like where everyone wants to sue everyone for everything, for just about anything, it's good to know that there's no basis for an actual lawsuit with this guy. Like he's not going to go before a court. Who the heck is going to try his case? Who in their right mind anyway would try his case? Also, sir, the fact that you continue to watch the show, it speaks to the fact that maybe you need to pray to the Most High to take your sinful nature out of you. Because you actually sat there and you purposely and consciously watched the show. You could have just simply changed the channel. And in 2020, we actually have to remind people that they have a choice to watch or not watch, listen to or not listen to things that they can control. Just stop complaining about stuff that you can control, please. This was hilarious though. So let me know if you guys found this as humorous as I did, and knock it off with the... Anyway, let me not even go there. Speaking of lawsuits, up next, Future. He files a defamation suit against his alleged baby mother of his 7th child. This happened earlier this week. So he's basically trying to silence the alleged mother of his 7th child by filing a defamation and invasion of privacy lawsuit against Rain, accusing her of spreading false information, including intimate sexual details. He claims she gave an unauthorized interview where she described the rapper's genitals during a radio interview with Ra Ali, who was on Love and Hip Hop New York, if I'm not, yeah, it was New York. So in this interview, after she did this interview, she went on to social media and promoted the interview. So it started to pick up traction, and of course, it went viral. So Rain, she broke her silence on social media, accusing Future of refusing to acknowledge her pregnancy to the point where he reportedly, threatened her after she refused to abort the baby. Future says that she should undergo mental health evaluation, pointing out specific social media posts she wrote about him. So Future, he's not here for her trying to get clout off his name, I guess. Isn't that what everybody's doing? So Rain, she's maintained that Future is the father of her daughter, who was born April 2019 as a result of a sexual relationship which occurred between 2016 and 2018. He argues that he would have not engaged in sexual activity with her if it was going to be openly shared on social media. So basically, if she would have kept her mouth shut, if he knew that she wasn't going to keep her mouth shut, he wouldn't have engaged in sexual intercourse with her. Really? That's your defense, sir? So she filed a separate suit against Future, asking that he confirm paternity of her daughter, to which Future has not obliged. So I'll wait. Let me just finish reading. So last year, she actually teamed up with a second woman who also claims that she is the mother of one of Future's many alleged children. The two conducted a DNA test on their children to determine whether or not they were siblings. So the Wonder Twins, they activated basically, and she posted the results on her social media account, showing that the probability of them being half siblings was 99.99996%. In the suit that Future filed, he confirms that he did engage in a sexual relationship with her, but he believes that she is using the basis of that to advance her monetary income and social status, aka clout. Okay, so he also denies that he ever put a hit out on her over her refusing to get an abortion, stating that the claim has caused him emotional damage and to lose out on opportunities relating to his brand. Future, sir. So he's asking for the judge to put a stop to all of this by censoring her from using his name, and he seeks damages in this lawsuit that he's filing against her. Now, the fact that he is not willing to take a paternity test just makes him look foolish. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree. And it appears to me that he has no interest on being a part of this child's life if it is proven that it is his. I hope I'm wrong, but judging by his past actions as it pertains to his children, I'm probably not. And the sad part of this, one of the many sad parts of this, is that this poor child is going to see all this mess one day. And to the mother, like, she really didn't take into consideration like how this will affect the child one day. It's just yuck, or should I say yikes. Now, just recently, Future's 17-year-old son was actually arrested, and he is facing some serious time, for a charge. And 17 years old. Future, you're trash. Moving along. Female rapper KHIA allegedly smelled musky at lingerie shoot. Let me tell you something. The internet's had time this week, and baby, when I read this, I said this can't be true. But there were several media outlets reporting this. This is a mess. So she was basically filming a music video, and she posted some of the live video from the set onto her Instagram. She was wearing lingerie for the new music video for her recently released song "Cash Only," and cash is spelled with a K. So according to the people on the set, she didn't smell so great. One person claimed to be at the video shoot says that KHIA was smelling musky. The person who used an anonymous Twitter account said they were on set and that KHIA stunk. The poster wrote, "KHIA smelled like a mixture of feet and underarms with vinegar sprinkled on top." Oh my gosh. Wow. Now Kaya, those of you who know her personality and have listened to her, she has like a podcast style show that sometimes you can find on the internet. But she wants to charge you an arm and a leg, honey, to subscribe to her website. So no, thank you. Anyway, she's known for having like no filter when it comes to like roasting celebrities. I just wonder if she is going to cuss out all those people who were on set, or if she's going to address this at all on her show. Now, trust and believe. I don't think this is gonna slow Kaya down or stop her or humble her at all. She is still gonna go off. She doesn't care, and she can dish it out, but she can also take it. So, do you guys think that the person who revealed this information is wrong? Share your thoughts. I mean, some people will say, well, you know, what goes around comes around. She does this to celebrities. She accuses celebrities of things, so she should be able to take it. But baby, feet and underarms sprinkled with vinegar? Sheesh. Let me know what you think. Drop down in the comments. Make sure you're hitting the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget. Drop down in the comments and tell me what you think, or if you even heard about this. Kaya smells, huh? Maybe she was just having a bad day. I don't. But if you're going to be doing laundry, I wonder, that better have been your lingerie, girl. Ugh. Moving along, Tyler Perry. He confirms that House of Pain is returning, and he also has another scripted television show, ladies and gentlemen, called Assisted Living. That's supposed to be a comedy series. So House of Pain is going to be returning, and this time it's going to be coming to BET, because before, if I'm not mistaken, it was on the network TBS. So they are supposed to have the original cast from House of Pain. I never watched House of Pain. He also has a new series called Assisted Living. It's a comedy series starring David and Tamela Mann, J. Anthony Brown, who's a comedian, Naeem Lynn, Courtney Nicole, Taylor Buck, and Alex Hernandez. So both series have begun production at Tyler Perry Studios, of course, and are set to premiere on BET this summer. So the show Assisted Living, right? I was trying to figure out, okay, what's this going to be about? This has Tamela Mann and David Mann. So is this going to be like Meet the Browns 2.0? What's up with this? So here is a brief synopsis of the show Assisted Living. After losing his job, Jeremy, who is Naeem Lynn, and I researched who the heck he was. He is one of Kevin Hart's friends, one of the, what do they call themselves, Plastic Cup Boys? So he's Kevin Hart's homeboy. So Jeremy is a patriarch of a young family with teenage children. He decides to move to the backwoods of Georgia to help his crazy grandfather. Grandpa Vinny, who is J. Anthony Brown, he's a comedian. He has foolishly purchased a terribly run-down home for the elderly, and he is in way over his head. But comedy ensues as Mr. Brown, David Mann, and Cora, Tamela Mann, show up at the right time as needy investors. Right? I'm trying to follow along too. Bear with me, guys. So Mr. Brown reluctantly invests in a dilapidated assisted living facility. He agrees because he has deep-seated animosity toward Vinny, the current owner. This is the synopsis of this show, Assisted Living, that Tyler Perry is coming out with. That's going to be airing on BET in the summer. So Tamela Mann plays Cora, Mr. Brown's daughter, who falls in love with the assisted living facility. She thinks it will be a good investment for herself and her father. What? What the hell is, what does that mean? Both series are executive produced by, written by, and directed by Tyler Perry, of course, because let's not forget, ain't no writer's room. So we know. Michelle Sneed, who is the president of production and development at Tyler Perry Studio, she has executive producer credits on some of Tyler Perry's shows like Sisters, The Oval, House of Pain, Meet the Browns, and recently she's credited as an executive producer on A Fall from Grace. So she will also serve as EP of the series for Tyler Perry Studios. What? This assisted living, so this seems like it's going to be a Meet the Browns 2.0, because what was the guy's name? The one that was in Tyler Perry's movies. The guy, he was married and he had a teenage daughter, right? Like this seems just like a Meet the Browns 2.0. Child, Tyler, your creativity level is like, I probably won't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm having a hard time getting through Sisters, and I want to thank all of you who have been viewing my reviews for Sisters. Thanks. And we have fun in the comments. So that's going good. But I doubt that I'll be watching this. What do you think of the synopsis? Did you guys watch House of Pain? I used to watch Meet the Browns because I thought that was actually funny. And Mr. Brown made the show. But I never watched House of Pain, and I don't think I'll be watching Assisted Living or whatever the heck it's called. But if you like Tyler Perry shows, Assisted Living is a new show coming out this summer. Monique and Friends, y'all. Remember, I talked about this on the Royal Culture podcast. That airs tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you are watching this on Friday, February 7th. So it's going to be on Showtime. Are you guys going to be tuning in and watching? No? You're not? Well, I will be tuning in and I will be providing my honest feedback. So be sure to stay tuned. Make us proud, Monique. You got one job, Auntie Monique, one job. The objective is to make us laugh. So make us laugh. And for those of you who didn't get an opportunity to see that video where I talked about Monique's deal with Showtime, she basically, I think it's going to be like an hour and 20 or hour and 30-minute special. I'm going to be watching tonight. And also she has other comedians that are going to be on the special as well. Now, I am still unsure if this is going to be a recurring thing on Showtime or if it's just going to be a one-time special. Now, that would be wise if it was a recurring thing on Showtime, where every Friday night at 10 o'clock, you have Monique and Friends live from Atlanta, and she comes out, she does a little bit of a bit, she gets, a little bit of a intro. She's the host, and she brings on different comedians every week, like a set of different comedians. That would be smart, because then that would be a recurring, that would be like, a revolving income. Or maybe they just paid her one lump sum. I don't know. That's good ratings for Showtime, but I want to see Monique win. And recently she wrote a letter to, OW, and just basically reiterating some of the same points that she went over. I just want to see Monique win, man. I really do. So if you guys have Showtime, I'm like promoting for Auntie Monique. She ain't paying me for this, and neither is Showtime. No, but I do want her to win. And I also want you guys to watch so that when I provide my feedback and, commentary about it, that we can, we can discuss together. So I hope this is good. I really do. If it's a one-time special, that's okay. That's fine as well. But it would be wise for it to be a recurring, thing. So that's it for this week's Hot Topics. I mean, on the morning show, I pretty much covered all the goings on this week. Nicki Minaj, Gayle King. So make sure you guys are checking out the other videos on the channel. The Morning Boogie, every morning, I go live and I interact with you guys in real time. And we just have a good time. We have fun, little discussions about certain things going on. So I'm trying to make that a recurring thing. So make sure you support the channel if you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. And you select all when you click the notification bell. If you are new here, and you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. We want you to join the royal family. We definitely would love to have you here. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on as well. So this concludes the weekly episode of the WTF show. I won't keep you long. It's Friday. I know some of you want to get your weekend started. So do I. Make sure you have a safe, positive, and productive weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see you soon, real soon. Until next time, peace.